can set up some of the other printers. Now, I've got the Ender 3 on here, but the other ones we have in the CAD-CAM room, we do actually have two different types as well. We've got the Guider 2S and then the Adventurer 4. Now, these are made by a company called FlashForge, and I'm going to show you how we can go about adding them. You can see that the build plate and build volume is a lot bigger on these than on the Enders. If I go back to the Ender, you can see it's a much smaller footprint, and then the Adventurer 4 is a little bit bigger, but the Guider 2S is the largest build volume we have. So those ones are good, better for really big prints. Now, to set these up, we go to Add Printer, Non-Networked Printer, and then you go down the list until you find FlashForge. Now, what's annoying is FlashForge, there's only one option here. So you need to change this to depending on which printer you're doing. So I would change it to the first one, which is the Guider 2S. And what you need to do is go look in the description of this video and you'll find the link to download the PDF, which has the documentation in for the settings that you need to have. You'll see this PDF looks like this, and it's just called how to set up the Guider 2S and then the Adventurer 4. And this takes you through step by step what you need to do. So we open that up and I change the name, and then we've got the printer specifications here that we need to put in. Okay, so Guider 2S, and I've just got to put B at the end because this is the second one I'm doing. So I'm going to click on that and go Add. Now we've got to change these settings. So I'm going to go back here, printer settings. That's the X, so we've got to change that here to be 280. Yeah, and it gives you quite a big detailed overview if you hover over it. The Y-axis is 250. I'm just going to press Tab and then Command V, and then the height, which is very big on these printers, is 300. So that's a very large build volume we've got there. Build plate is rectangular, and we'll check the other settings there. Yes, original or origin at the center, hot end bed. Yes, that's good, and yeah, and that's all fine there. And we've got to just double check the print head settings as well. So we go to print head, and we've got to change these. So that's got to be -20, and then the next one is -10. And it's really good because once you've got all these set up, you've then got like your one-stop shop for printing on any of the printers. You don't need to use the school computers because you can set up the G-code on your laptop and then just put it straight on the USB, plug your USB into the printer, and then just press go. So that's what is so advantageous about using Cura, is you can add in all of the different printers into one. Okay, now we've got to change what's the G-code here, the G-code file. So I'm just going to go up here, select all that, go back into here. In the start G-code, I'm just going to go Command A and go Command V to paste it. And then I'm going to do the same down here, go Command C, and then Command A and Command V just to paste that in there, and go next. And that's now set us up with there. So we've got the Guider 2S, and you can do that for the other one as well. So the Adventurer 4, then you've got both printers on there. And then after that, it's pretty straightforward. You can just go ahead and start slicing as normal. Now, some other things, guys, on here. If I just go back to my Ender 3 V2, this is my most common printer I use because we've got most of them. There's some really good downloads to do for this. So I'm going to show you that in the next video, just my recommendations for extensions to download.